Hi everyone, you're welcome to this YouTube channel, Best Science Brain YouTube channel. Today we're going to look at UTME 2023 Chemistry Examination Solutions. We're offering total 100% ultimate solution to 2023 UTME examination. So this year's UTME examination is about to start in a week's time. We are offering solutions because we know that most of the JAMB examinations are repeated questions, and JAMB runs the same syllabus every year. Even if they don't repeat questions, they paraphrase questions for students to answer. So it's all come from the same topic. So I know that you have different compiled solutions on JAMB paper, but you should know that JAMB does not release its marking scheme to anybody. So those compiled questions are solved by individuals, and they are not, those questions are JAMB questions, but the solutions are not from JAMB. So there's bound to be mistakes in all this. So we took our time to provide total solutions and explanation to 2023 JAMB chemistry and also JAMB physics, which you're going to see in few, which we're going to upload on this channel in few seconds or time after this. So now, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please kindly subscribe by going to the subscription button or the subscription bell close to the channel's name, Best Science Brain. You see the subscription button or icon that looks like a tiny bell. Tap on it once and get subscribed to be seeing more of our videos and enjoy our lectures as we provide the best. So UTME, for those of us in this channel that are from distant countries, UTME is examination meant, a kind of examination meant for those who want to enter university, an entrance examination for those who want to enter tertiary institutions. So UTME means Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination. So meant for those who want to enter or gain admission into university. So we'll look at the questions. Number one says, the following elements will exhibit the most electronegative character: A. Aluminium, B. Silicon, C. Phosphorus, D. Sulfur. The answer to this question is option D, sulfur. Why is it D? Look at the explanation. Electronegativity increases across the period. The correct option is D, sulfur. In group 6, the sulfur has atomic number of 16. If you share electrons in the shells, K share takes 2, L share takes 8, and M share takes 6. So electronegativity increases across the group. You look at aluminium. Aluminium is 13, 283 in group 3. Silicon has atomic number of 14, 284 in group 4. Phosphorus has atomic number of 15, 285 in group 5. So sulfur is in group 6, and since electronegativity increases across the period, so sulfur in group 6 is the most electronegative element. Number 2, acid hydrolysis of nitrites will yield A. alkanes, B. aldehydes, C. carboxylic acids, D. alcohols. The answer to the question is carboxylic acids. Solution, option C is correct. Acid hydrolysis of nitrites use carboxylic acid. Nitrites are compounds that have the nitrite group, or what's called the cyano group. You can see the general representation of a nitrites arrow, carbon linked to nitrogen with a triple bond. Then plus water. Addition of water is hydrolysis in the place of an acid, most likely to be HCl, to give you the carboxylic group and ammonia gas liberated. Number 3 says, how many isomers of CH4H9OH will be tertiary alkanols? So this alkanol is called butanol. How many isomers is tertiary? The answer A, 1, B, 2, C, 3, D, 4. The answer is A, 1. So it has only one tertiary isomer. Very good solution. Option A is correct. Butanol has 4 isomers, namely butan 1 or butan 2 or 2-methyl-propan 1 or and 2-methyl-propan 2 or. The tertiary alkanol is 2-methyl-propan 2 or. The tertiary alkanol has 3 alkyl groups bonded directly to the carbon atom of the hydroxyl functional group. So you can see the structure. So has 3 alkyl groups. You have the CH3 around the central carbon having the hydroxyl. That why it's called a tertiary alkanol. Has 3 alkyl groups bonded to the carbon of the hydroxy group. If we had only 2 alkyl groups and only 1 hydrogen, would have been called secondary alkanol. Or we had only 1 alkyl group bonded to the central carbon, while the other 2 alkyl groups are hydrogen. We call it a primary or 1-degree alkanol. Number 4. The following makes oil distinguished from fats. A. Oil contains a higher proportion of unsaturation. B. Fats contains a higher proportion of unsaturation. C. Oil and fats have the same proportion of unsaturation. D. Neither oil nor fats have unsaturation. Solution. The answer is option A. Oil contains a higher proportion of unsaturation. So oil contains unsaturated fatty acids. Why? Okay, we are looking at the difference between oil and fat. The other differences, apart from oil contains unsaturated fatty acids and fat contains saturated fatty acids. Other differences include oil is liquid at room temperature, while fat is solid. Oil is typically plant origin, while fat is of animal origin. Number 5 says the characteristic crystalline shape of solid water is due to A. Covalent bond, B. Hydrogen bond, C. Ionic bond, and D. Metallic bond. Solution. The answer is B. Hydrogen bond gives water the characteristic crystalline shape. Number 6. The chemical formula of laughing gas is A. NO, B. NO2, C. N2O, and D. N2O5. The correct answer is option C, N2O. Solution. Option C is correct. Laughing gas, known as dinitrogen 1 oxide, N2O, is known as its anesthetic effect or causing laughter to the inhaler. Number 7. The sulfide used for coating electric fluorescent tube is A. Iron 2 sulfide, B. Sulfurite, D. Zinc sulfide, and C. Zinc sulfide, and D. Sulfide minerals. The answer to the question is zinc sulfide. Option C is correct. Option. Number 8. Calculate the volume in dN cube of oxygen evolved at STP when a current of 5 amperes is passed through acidified water for 772 seconds. Molar volume of gas at STP equal to 22.4 dN cube. Option A 0.056, option B 0.224, option C 224,000, option D 56,000. Solution. Option B is correct. The answer is 0.224, option B. So let's look at the solution. Oxygen gas is liberated at the anode during electrolysis by oxidation of hydroxyl ion. So in any aqueous solution, oxygen gas comes out at the anode from hydroxyl ion, which undergoes oxidation according to that equation we have on the screen there. 4 hydroxyl giving us 2 molecules of water, 1 molecule of oxygen, and 4 moles of electron. So number of moles of electron used in the process Ne is 4 according to the equation, 4 moles of electron. So Q is IT. We multiply, we get your quantity using current times time, 5 times 772 giving us 3860 coulombs. So instead of using the strenuous way of solving this problem, we use a simplified method. We apply an abridged formula or a short formula to calculate volume of gas evolved during electrolysis, which goes by Vg, which volume of gas equal to Q, quantity, times 22.4 dN cube all over Ne, number of moles of electron, times Faraday. So the value of Q is 3860, as you can see there. Substituting the Q, we have 3860 times 22.4 all over Ne is how many moles of electron? In this of oxygen, Ne is 4 moles of electron in the equation. They have 4 times the Faraday constant. Solving, we have 0.224 dN cube. So as a kind of summary, if you have find the volume of gas liberated during electrolysis, for Ne, the value is 4 if the gas liberated is oxygen gas. But if the gas is not oxygen gas, it's hydrogen, chlorine, or any other gas, please kindly use Ne as 2. As 2, only 4 for oxygen gas. So let's continue. Hydrogenation of benzene to cyclohexane is called A. Cracking, B. Polymerization, C. Reforming, and D. Aromatization. In this question, there is no answer to the question. No option is correct. So in the exam hall, you leave it unchecked. You don't click on any answer. for you to score. But if you click on the answer, that you're going to fail it. There's no answer. Let's see why there's no answer there. The solution, no correct option. Why? Hydrogenation of benzene is an addition reaction where the double bonds of benzene are completely converted to single bonds, giving rise to a saturated compound known as cyclohexane. The correct option would have been de-aromatization, which was not provided. So de-aromatization is conversion of a compound that is aromatic to a non-aromatic compound. So benzene was converted to cyclohexane, which is a non-aromatic compound. So it would have been de-aromatization or addition reaction. None of them is in the option. So that is it. Number 10. The pollutant that contributes to the depletion of ozone layer is A, CF, B, CS, C, CCl4, and D, CFC. Correct option is D, CFC. That CFC is known as chlorofluorocarbon. Number 11. What changes sodium hydroxide pellets to liquid? A, oxygen, B, water vapor, C, carbon dioxide, and D, nitrogen. The answer is B, water vapor, because sodium hydroxide is a liquescent substance. Solution of option B is correct. Liquescence is a phenomenon whereby certain compounds absorb moisture from the atmosphere and dissolve in it to form solution. Examples of liquescent substances or compounds include sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, calcium chloride, phosphorus 5 chloride, and iron 3 chloride. These compounds absorb moisture and form solution. That's why in the laboratory their containers are well covered. When you open them newly, after using some quantity, you cover it very well to avoid moisture from the atmosphere diffusing into them. So liquescent and hygroscopic substances are good drying agents. But among them, the best among them is hygroscopic substances because they don't form solutions even though they absorb moisture. We go to question number 12. The compound that you use as an antifreeze in car radiators in cold regions of the world is option A, ethanol, B, ethylene glycol, C, ethanol, and D, propan 1,2-diol. The correct answer is B, ethylene glycol. So ethylene glycol is also known as ethane 1,2-diol. Number 13. What are the laws that form general gas law? Option A, Boyle's and Charles law, B, Boyle, Charles, and Graham's laws, C, Boyle's law only, and D, Charles and Graham's law. The correct answer is option A. Boyle's and Charles law form the general gas law. Option A. 14. Chlorine, bromine, and iodine resemble each other in that A dissolve in alkalis, B, displace each other from solutions of their source, C, react valency with hydrogen on heating, and D, are electron donors. So the answer to this question is A. They all dissolve in alkalis. Solution option A is correct. Number 15. The method stable for separating suspended particles in a liquid is A, decantation, B, distillation, C, centrifugation, and D, chromatography. The answer to the question is option C, centrifugation. Look at the options. A is likely an answer, decantation, but it's not A. Because in decantation, you allow the substance to settle to the bottom of the container before you pour out the liquid, leaving behind the solid. So decantation is used to remove insoluble substance in a liquid, but the substance is allowed to settle by gravity. Likewise, filtration, but the substance we are talking about here is suspended in the liquid. So we use centrifugation, whereby the mixture is poured into small tubes called vial, and these tubes are then placed in the centrifuge and turned at great speed. And as this centrifuge moves with speed, the mixture is separated. So we go to number 16. So go to number 16 that says a hydrocarbon S has a molar mass of 26 and a carbon atom percentage of 92.3%. What is its molecular formula? A, C2H2, B, C2H6, C, CH4, and D, C2H4. Because the exam you're writing demands time, or you have to be careful of time. You don't have to go into the bogus way or method of calculating a molecular formula. All you have to do is to calculate the molar mass of each of the options Any of them whose molar mass is 26 is the correct answer. That'd be a faster way of getting your answer on time. I'm moving over to another question. So the option A is correct. Ethyne is the answer, C2H2. Look at the explanation. Instead of embarking on the long process of calculating molecular mass formula, simply calculate the molar mass of each of the options given to you. The compound whose molar mass 26 is the correct answer. So C2H2, that's ethyne, is the correct answer. So you can see the calculation. 17. Silica gel, when exposed to air, turns liquid. What kind of substance is it? A. Decrescent, B. Hygroscopic, C. Efflorescence, and D. Hydrated. Silica gel is hygroscopic. The answer is option B, not decrescent. So option B is the correct answer. Silica gel is hygroscopic. Going to number 18. In an equilibrium reaction, with the following conditions indicate that the maximum yield of product will be obtained. A. The equilibrium constant is very large. B. The heat of reaction equal to the product temperature and entropy change. C. Heat of reaction is greater than the temperature multiplied by entropy change. C. Equilibrium constant is less than 0. Solution, option A is the correct answer. So when the equilibrium constant is large, it means that the reaction is nearing completion, or you have formed large amount of product. So option A is correct. It says large value of equilibrium constant is indication that the reaction is nearing completion as a result of large amount of product formed, while low value of equilibrium constant indicates that only little amount of the reactant has been converted into product. Number 19. Under high pressure, real gases do not obey gas laws because their molecules A. have become more energetic, B. have become less energetic, C. have become smaller in size, and D. have become larger in size. The answer to the question is D. have become larger in size. Explanation: real gases deviate from ideal gas behavior at high pressures and low temperature because the volume occupied by the gas molecule becomes significant compared to the total volume of the gas. This means that the assumption of negligible volume for the gas molecules as made in the ideal gas law is no longer valid. As a result, the effective size of the gas molecules increases, leading to deviation from the ideal gas behavior. Number 20. The salt responsible for temporal hardness is A. calcium sulfate, B. magnesium chloride, C. calcium bicarbonate, and D. magnesium sulfate. The answer is C. calcium bicarbonate. But calcium bicarbonate is sent compound as calcium hydrogen triazocarbonate 4. So temporal hardness is caused by either calcium bicarbonate or magnesium bicarbonate, which are the hydrogen carbonates. Option C is correct. So calcium bicarbonate is also known as calcium hydrogen triazocarbonate 4. 21. Common salt NaCl used to preserve food. Which of the following properties can be used to determine its purity before use? A. Solubility in water. B. Melting point. C. Relative density. And D. crystalline shape. The answer to the question is B. Melting point. There go the solution. Correct option is B. Option B is correct. A pure solid has a definite or constant melting point. So for you to know a pure solid, the melting point must be definite or constant. Impurities lower the melting points of solids. A pure liquid, on the other hand, has definite boiling point. Impurities raise the boiling point of liquids. So get that. We'll go to the next question. Number 22. The rate of chemical reaction is not affected by one of these factors. A. Color. B. Concentration. C. Presence of light. D. Surface area. The answer is A. Color has no effect of rate of reaction. So option A. 23. We have that group. The functional group represented in the compound above is the functional group CHO. The S-string group CHO is A. We say acanol, B. acanal, C. acanone, D. acanoate. That CHO is the functional group of acanals. So option B is correct. Option 24. On the exposure to the atmosphere, a hydrated salt loses its water of crystallization to become anhydrous. The phenomenon is referred as A. efflorescence, B. decrescence, C. hygroscopy, and D. hydrolysis. The answer is efflorescence. Option A. Efflorescence. Option A. So what's efflorescence? It's a process by which a compound that is hydrated loses its water when exposed to air to become anhydrous. You can see the illustration there. Sodium sulfate heptahydrate has water of crystallization. When exposed to air, the heat of the environment will make the water in it to evaporate, giving us the hydrous form. Number 25. The following statement is true of the electrochemical series. A. The positivity of metals increases than the series. B. The positivity of non-metals decreases than the series. C. The electronegativity of non-metals decreases than the series. D. The electropositivity of metals decreases than the series. The correct answer is D. Electropositivity of metals decreases than the series. Option number 26. Which of the following pairs are both substances represent? A. Calcium chloride and H2SO4. B. Sodium hydroxide and MgSO4 heptahydrate. C. Calcium chloride and sodium hydroxide. And D. Calcium carbonate and magnesium chloride. So the represent pair is option C. Calcium chloride and sodium hydroxide are represent in nature. 27. The bond formed between water and hydrogen ion to form hydrogen ion H3O plus is A. Dirty bond, B. Covalent bond, C. Covalent bond, and D. Ionic bond. The answer to that question is A. Dirty bond. Let's go to the explanation or the solution. Solution option A is correct. In dirty bonding between water and hydrogen ion, the oxygen atom of water contributes a lone pair of electrons for sharing with the hydrogen ion, which contributes no electron. So you can see the bonding taking place. You can see water having the two red balls on it up and down under the oxygen are the lone pairs in water molecule. Then the bonding, water combined with hydrogen ion. Hydrogen ion has no electron to contribute. So, but it needs two to complete its K shell. Hydrogen atom, yes, has one electron, but as an ion, it means that it has lost one electron. So hydrogen positive ion has no electron in it. The K shell is empty. To satisfy the duplex state, it's going to accept 2 from water. So it's going to occupy, or it's going to attach itself to either the oxygen atom, the electron, either above the oxygen or below the oxygen to give you the hydrozonium ion. So a bond whereby one more atom brings the electron for sharing and the other one comes with an empty shell is called dirty bonding. So say dirty bonding also occurs in the formation of ammonium ion, NH4, as a result of reaction between ammonia and hydrogen ion, and the formation of metal complexes, e.g. that complex in bracket Cu NH3 bracket then 2 charged of +2, which is known as tetramine copper 2 ion, where the ammonia ligands, the ammonia molecule, they are called ligands, bound to the central copper 2 ion. 28. Gas molecules are said to be perfectly elastic because A. They collide without loss of energy. B. They move about in a straight line. C. The distance between them is negligible. D. The volume occupied by them is negligible. So the answer to the question solution is they collide without loss of energy, option A. So why is it correct? Elastic collision leads to energy and momentum conservation, while inelastic collision leads to momentum conservation or energy loss. So the collision between gas molecules is elastic. So being elastic, energy is conserved, likewise momentum is conserved. That's why the answer is option A. So that brings us to Newton's law of motion. So going to 29. Says a solid that absorbs moisture from the atmosphere and forms an aqueous solution is A. Hydrophilic, B. Efflorescent, B. C. 3%, and D. Hygroscopic. The answer is 3%. We have said that before. We came across a question like this. So option C is correct. Number 30. The following can undergo addition reaction and substitution reactions. A. Benzene, B. Pentane, C. Propane, and D. Hexane. The answer to number 30 is A. Benzene is a conjugated system, has both single bonds and double bonds. So that makes it able to undergo both substitution and addition reaction. So solution option A is correct. This is due to the presence of alternating single and double bonds in the conjugated system of benzene. Number 31. The impact name of the organic compound CH3 bracket opens, CH2 bracket closes 4, CH2, NH2 is A. Pentanamine, B. Heptanamine, C, hexanamine, and D, octanamine. The answer is option B, heptanamine. How do we get the answer? So you have the group, the compound ends with an amino group, so it's an amine. You add a whole carbon in the compound. You have CH3 that has one carbon, then CH2. There's 4 outside, 4 times the carbon inside is 4. So 4 plus the carbon before in CH3 is 5. The next CH2 it means 6. The next CH2 again 7 carbon. You have C7. Then add the hydrogen. 3 hydrogen in the first CH3. Then the bracket 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 3 in front is 11. Plus the next CH2 that is 13. Plus another CH2 that is 15 hydrogen, and then NH2. So C7 represents hepty group. So it's called heptanamine. Option B is correct. 32. The above have cell reactions occur at the anode during the introduction of a zinc 2 chloride aqueous solution is A, ionization, B, oxidation, C, reduction, and D, recombination. That the answer to the question is oxidation, option B. Why is it B? Let's go to solution. Option B is correct. Oxidation leads to increase in oxidation state. The oxidation state of chlorine increased from -1 in chloride ion to 0 in chlorine molecule. Of course, oxidation occurs at the anode. The question tells you that reaction occur at the anode. So when you see anode, it means the answer must be oxidation without even wasting your time. So looking at chloride ion, the reactant side, the oxidation state of chlorine is -1. Then on the product side, chlorine being a molecule, the state is 0. So the oxidation number increase from -1 to 0. And the increase in oxidation number is called oxidation. And those and that clue to the answer is that the reaction occur at the anode. And then in electrolysis, reaction that occur at the anode is oxidation, of course, without wasting time. You can pick your answer by seeing the anode. You know it's oxidation. You see the cathode, you know that it's reduction. Then number 33. We have that reaction between CH2Cl2, that is dichloroethane plus Cl2, giving us HCl and CCl4. So that should be CH2, is an error. That should be CH2Cl3, trichloroethane. Let's correct the error. So we are back. So it's CHCl3 plus chlorine, giving us HCl and CCl4. The reaction above is example of A, and addition reaction B, decomposition reaction C, a substitution reaction D, a condensation reaction. That reaction is a substitution reaction. Option C is correct, because if you look at the reaction, the number of chlorine on the left hand side is 3 atoms in CHCl3. The right hand side is CL4 increased to 4. While the hydrogen in CHCl3 have been removed, you can see it's substituted by chlorine to increase chlorine to CCl4 is substitution. So solution is option C, correct. Alkanes and haloalkanes undergo substitution reaction because they are saturated. Number 34, we have CSHY plus 4O2 giving us 3 moles of CO2 and 2 moles of water. They say the hydrocarbon CSHY in the above reaction is A, butene, B, butane, C, butane, D, butanone. The answer to this question is there is no option. No option is correct, so you don't shed it. Solution, no correct option. The hydrocarbon is C3H4. Look at it now. Look at the carbon atom on the left hand side. The balanced carbon, look, the left hand side in CO2 there are 3 carbon. And hydrogen on the right hand side is 2 times, in water 2 times 2 is 4. So it's C3H4, propane. So no answer is correct in the option. 35. One method of driving the position of equilibrium of an endothermic reaction forward is to A, increase the temperature at constant pressure, B, decrease the pressure at constant temperature, C, cool the apparatus with water, and D, decrease the temperature at constant pressure. The answer to the question is A, increase the temperature at constant pressure, because endothermic reactions are reactions in which heat energy is absorbed and they require heat energy to move forward. So 35 is A. So they say the forward reaction of endothermic reaction is favored by increase in temperature, while that of exothermic reaction is favored by decrease in temperature, as explained by the Chatelier's principle. 36 says 0.92 gram of ethanol when burned raise the temperature of 50 grams of water by 28.6 Kelvin. Calculate the heat of combustion of ethanol. The atoms of carbon is 12, oxygen is 16, hydrogen is 1, and the speed heat capacity of water is 4.2 joule per kilogram per Kelvin. Option A, plus 3,000 kilojoule per mole. Option B, plus 300 kilojoule per mole. Option C, minus 300 kilojoule per mole. Option D, minus 3,000 kilojoule per mole. The answer is option C, minus 300 kilojoule per mole. Let's look at the solution. Option C is correct. Solving it, mass of water is 50 grams, given to you in the question. The speed capacity of water given to us, C, is 4.2 joule per gram per Kelvin. The rise in temperature, delta theta, is 28.6 Kelvin, given to us in the temperature. In the question, quantity of heat energy evolved by water, which is H equal to mc times change temperature, given by mass of water 50 times speed capacity of water, which is 4.2 times the change in temperature, which is 28.6. That gives us 6,006 joules of heat evolved from water. The mass of ethanol burnt is 0.92 grams. We'll find the molar mass of ethanol, C2H5O6, 12 times 2, that is 2 atoms of carbon. Atom mass of carbon is 2, multiplied by 2. Hydrogen is 6 times 1. Why 6 times 1? Because there are 6 atoms of hydrogen in the whole ethanol. That is 5 after carbon plus 1 after oxygen, giving us 6. So 6 times 1. Then plus oxygen is 16. That gives us 46 grams per mole. That's the molar mass of ethanol. Then we'll now make our statement. 0.92 grams of ethanol that was burnt evolved. This amount of heat in water involves 6,006 joule per mole, joule of heat from water. Therefore, 46 grams, which is the molar mass of ethanol, will evolve 46 times 6,006 all over 0.92. By proportion, we'll get 300,300 joule per mole. So why did I use 46 grams of ethanol? Because the heat of combustion is the heat evolved by 1 mole of the substance. And 46 grams of ethanol represents 1 mole. The molar mass of a substance is equal to 1 mole of the substance. So, having solved that, we'll now convert to kilojoule, divide it by 1,000. Since the answer is in kilojoule, that gives us 300.3 kilojoule per mole. 1 kilojoule is equal to 1,000 joules. We look at the explanation why they have negative sign. Combustion is an exothermic reaction, hence the negative sign. Heat of combustion is the quantity of heat energy evolved when 1 mole of a substance burns completely in oxygen. Number 37. Repeating units in natural rubber is A, alkyne, B, isoprene, C, N-propene, D, neoprene. Repeating units in rubber is B, isoprene unit, that is monomer of rubber. Solutions, option B is correct. The monomer of rubber or natural rubber is isoprene unit, otherwise known as 2-methyl-buta-1,3-diene. 2-methyl-buta. I didn't say but. Buta in signifying 2 double bonds. Buta-1,3-diene. 38. What current in amperes will deposit 2.7 grams of aluminium in 2 hours? Aluminium is 27. Faraday is 96500 coulomb per mole. A 32, B 8, C 4, and D 16. The answer to the question is option C 4. This question is from Faraday's first law. The correct option is an error here, is C, not A. So corrected, C, not A. So we'll go ahead. So the aluminum is deposited at the cathode by reduction of aluminum 3 ions. You can see the equation showing how aluminum is obtained. Aluminum is obtained from aluminum 3 ions. At the cathode, have reduction with electron gain. Aluminum 3 ions go to the cathode to gain electron. The charge is 3, is also gains 3 moles of electron, give you aluminum. We can solve the problem, the above problem on Faraday's first law using also an abridged formula or a short formula, which is given as mass over atomic mass equal to IT. IT is quantity all over C times F. So what do the letters stand for? M stand for mass of metal deposited, which is 2.7 grams of aluminium given to you. AM stand for the relative atoms of metal. I mean 27 for aluminium. Then IT is quantity or electricity used. Time is given to us. Time is 2 hours. And then we have 2 times 3,600 converted to seconds. That gives us 10,200 seconds. And then we're looking for current. C, the charge. In the formula, that C represents the charge. And that charge is nothing but the valency of the metal, which we are interested in. The metal is aluminum, the charge is +3. So from that formula, we'll have that we can multiply and make current the subject. So when we multiply, make I now becomes M times C times F all over A M times T. We substitute the values 2.7 the mass times the valency 3 times 9C divided by the Faraday constant all over 27 times 7200. Atomic mass and the time 2 hours is 7,200 seconds. Solving we have 4.02 amperes, option C. Number 39. Steam change the color of anhydrous cobalt 2 chloride from A, blue to pink, B, red to white, C, white to green, and D, white to blue. The answer is A, blue to pink. Solution is A is correct. Number 40. The following will change when a catalyst is added to a chemical reaction. A, the diffusion energy, B, the potential energy of the reactant, C, the heat of reaction, and D, the potential energy of the products. The answer is diffusion energy. Option A is correct. So this explanation, a positive catalyst speeds up the rate of a chemical reaction by lowering the diffusion energy for the reaction, while a negative catalyst decrease the rate of reaction by increasing the diffusion energy of the reaction. So we have come to the end of this solution of 2023 UTME, meaning Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination. So meant for people who are preparing to enter university. Next, we're going to look at solutions for UTME 2023 Physics. So if you are not subscribed to the channel, tap on the subscription button to get in our video notifications. Share our videos to friends. And invite friends to join the channel as we roll out solutions to JAMB examinations and also practicals when it comes to WAEC and other examinations. Thank you very much for listening.